My name's Zoe, I'm the editor of Hitched.
Hi, I'm Maisie, I'm the assistant editor of Hitched.
And we're here to talk about the top 10 wedding trends of 2025 with the Hitched Wedding Trends report. That's quite hard to say. We're going to treat it like a chart show. We're going to count down from number 10. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
In at number 10 is the micro wedding. Smaller weddings are back for 2025.
Okay, so for those who don't know, what is a micro wedding?
So a micro wedding is a smaller wedding. We saw these a lot in COVID, but it wasn't necessarily through choice, but this time it is.
Interesting. And is this because of budget? Is it to save money?
No, not necessarily. So small weddings don't have to equal small budgets. We are seeing couples narrow down their guest list, just their closest loved ones, and they are spending more on the food, more on the wine, more on the entertainment, and they're curating this experience, kind of like the fanciest dinner party you've ever been to.
Love it.
I know, it's really cool. At number 9, we have live painters for weddings.
What on earth is a live wedding painter?
So this is so cool. Again, it leans into that wedding experience. So a live painter is somebody who comes to your wedding, and they can do a couple of different things, but you would have an illustrator set up their table and they will either paint personalized illustrations of each of your guests that they can take as a favor, or you can have them create one big picture, maybe of your venue, your ceremony, and they'll be live painting it as the day goes on and your guests can watch. They can be entertained by this taking place in front of them, and then at the end of the day, you have this personalized keepsake that you take home and you put on your wall.
That is so cute. I'm obsessed.
It's really cute. I feel like this year is my favorite year for trends. I say this every year, but this year, best year for trends. And then we have number 8, the tuxedo.
I love a tuxedo, such a fan.
I know, it's so cool. And I feel like, especially for Brits, right? We have the morning suit, not very sexy. Not very cool. And so we're seeing that American influence in the tuxedo, and people are going for that dinner jacket, bow tie, really James Bond vibes.
I love that. Okay, what's next?
Next is floral wedding dresses, another fashion trend here.
Okay, so are we thinking about like floral, spring, very patterns?
You want me to say the Meryl Streep line, don't you? I'm not gonna say it, I'm not gonna say it. It is groundbreaking, actually, these florals, because it's not a print necessarily. I did see a few printed florals on the runway, but we're actually seeing more texture. So think big patterned laces and 3D embellishment on dresses, applique, giant flowers, things like that.
That sounds beautiful.
It's really cool. And leaning into that romance vibe, we're gonna go to number 6, which is the heart-shaped wedding cake.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know, heart-shaped. You've probably seen them on social, like they're starting to crop up everywhere. You are not gonna be able to escape them in 2025 and beyond. And it's taking that Lambeth trend, the ruffly, frilly, vintage wedding dresses, and making them even more kitsch, and I love it. We're thinking like piped ruffles, lovely hearts. Pinterest reported a rise in heart-shaped cakes, and we've seen ourselves a 50% rise in search for heart-shaped wedding cakes.
Well, that sounds delicious and beautiful. Okay, yes. Give it to me. What's next?
Number 5 is wedding photo apps.
What is a wedding photo app?
So this is really cool. This is where you have an app on your phone, you put out a QR code at your wedding, couples can scan it, the guests can scan it, you all get the same app to download, and every photo that you take at that wedding, you can add into the app, and then the couple have a bank of photos from their guest's perspective.
Okay, and is this replacing the wedding photographer?
God, no. We're not replacing wedding photographers. This is about seeing your wedding from a different perspective. So you still have your photographer, you still have your videographer, but you're also getting those moments between your guests where your photographer might be taking photos of you and you might not be seeing that moment happen, and you're going to get the bits that you missed out on as you were off doing other things.
That's so nice. I feel like
really
everyone's
nice.
Content creator can come out.
Yes, yeah, and leaning into that content element, the next trend, number 4, is wedding video.
Ooh, okay, so tell me about that. What's a wedding video? What does that look like now?
So when I started out in weddings like 100 years ago, people were very much like, oh no, I'm not really that bothered about video. It was a very secondary choice. And I think it's because we were scarred from wedding videos of our parents, from the 80s, fuzzy quality, blue eyeshadow, big shoulder pads, and a shaky hand, It wasn't like the aspirational experience that we want from our weddings. However, now we live in an increasingly digital world and we like to relive moments. And a wedding video allows you to relive your wedding time and time again, but with slick editing and lovely soundtracks. And it's so different. It's not just a non-stop run of your whole day. It's curated and it's beautiful. And I mean, everyone is doing it now. Like, you can't escape it, and they are such a beautiful thing to have.
Oh my God, I can't think of anything better to keep from your wedding than a video of the whole day.
Photos and videos should be everyone's priority, let's face it.
And what's next?
Next is mini wedding dresses.
Very cute. Okay, so kind of like a shift, kind of 70s, very Vicky Patterson, or?
Yes, we've seen a lot of celebrities, Vicky, Sophie Habu, wearing these short dresses for their registry moments, you know, and we're really making more of that. We're no longer just going to the registry office, signing the paperwork and not celebrating it. That's become a celebration in itself, and that's where we've really seen the impact of short wedding dresses. But also people are looking for those 2-in-1 convertible looks. They can change their look from day to night, and it gives you these real moments at your wedding that add again to that experience.
I love that. I think short wedding dresses are so cute. I can't wait to see more of them.
And I think you'll really like trend number 2,
Okay.
colourful wedding flowers.
Yes. Okay, wait, but I'm a bit confused. I feel like all wedding flowers are colourful. Am I wrong?
No, well, yeah, you are wrong, sorry. Basically, we used to see quite a lot of neutral tones in wedding flowers, and I'm sure everyone will remember the big peony boom. Everyone loved peonies, blush pink, beige, very, very neutral. We're rebelling against that in 2025. We're going big on colour, and Pinterest reported actually that searches for pink and orange flowers are up 200%.
Wow.
People want to clash, so we're seeing, you know, reds mixed with pinks, mixed with orange, really bright, vibrant, happy feeling flowers.
That sounds gorgeous. Okay, can't wait to see more of that.
And are you ready for number 1?
I'm ready.
I feel like we should do a drum roll.
Okay.
Drum roll number 1, content creators. Biggest trend for 2025 and beyond. The wedding content creator search is up for content creators 586% year over year.
I mean, just so I'm clear, wedding content creator, can you just explain what that even looks like?
Yeah, so a content creator is somebody that you bring into your wedding team to create content from your wedding. And it's different to a photographer and a videographer. And I don't think it should replace these mediums at all. And I actually would suggest that any couple who wants to take on the wedding content creator trend talks to their photographer, talks to their videographer, and gets recommendations from them as who to involve, because they're going to have to work as a team on the day. They're going to have to work together. And your content creator will get behind the scenes, candid snaps of your day. They might work with you on curated TikTok videos if you want to try a particular trend or a transition, but you don't feel tech savvy enough to do it yourself. And then the difference between a photographer and a content creator is that the next day, you will likely get a big dump of photos and content and clips. They won't be edited, they won't be polished, they'll be very candid, very real, very raw as they happened, whereas the photographer is going to work on editing the images and presenting them in a particular style and aesthetic, which is why you chose that service in the first place.
Love that we can all be influencers on our wedding day.
Exactly, yeah, it comes back to that experience and that influencer feel. And yeah, that is the 2025 Wedding Trends Report from Hitched. And if you want to find out more, search Wedding Trends 2025 and you'll find the full article. So please make sure you like, follow and subscribe for more content from Hitched.